Hey guys, so welcome to week 5. For week 5 and 6, we're going to be doing supersets. So the way that supersets are done are in 4-minute intervals. And a superset. What is a superset? So a superset is 2 exercises combined together to make one superset. And so for example, I'd put in a regular push-up and then I'd probably do an elevated push-up, which we're gonna do something like that today. And then I do the first exercise, I make it really hard, and I'd only do 1 to 5 reps for the first exercise. And then immediately following that, then I'd go into the second exercise, and I would decrease the workload. So doing a regular push-up for 1 to 5 reps, and then immediately switching to an elevated push-up with my hands on an elevated platform would make the exercise a lot easier. And you would do it for the 6 to 12 rep range. So first exercise, really hard, 1 to 5 reps. And then immediately afterwards, you do an easier exercise that would get you within the 6 to 12 rep range, somewhere around there. Again, these are 4-minute intervals. There's 3 supersets total, and you only have to do 2 sets per superset. So starts at the beginning of when you hit your timer, and then the last exercise you do at the 20-minute mark is really nice and easy. So for the first exercise, when you're doing the superset, what you want to do is you want slow negative movements when you're going down to the floor for at least 2 to 3 seconds. And then you would want to hold at the bottom and explode back up. So it's usually to get that maximum muscle engagement. What you want to do is you go down slow, 2 to 3 seconds, hold for a second, and then come back up, and then you'd hold for a second before going back down. And that's part of the first exercise. And then you jump into the second exercise, and you want to do it as quick as possible, but without compromising form. Because again, when you're doing these exercises, form is key. So I think I've gotten everything that I need to say about supersets done, so let's get into the workout. So for the first superset, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing elevated push-ups with our feet on an elevated platform. And then immediately after I get done with that, I'm going to an elevated push-up with my hands on an elevated platform. So it just switches from the feet to the hands. And let's get into the first workout. Let me set my watch real quick. And begin. And that's the first exercise. One thing I think I forgot to mention is that when you're doing the first exercise of the superset, is to make sure that you don't do it to failure, because you want to save that for the second set. So that was the first set, the elevated push-up, and then the other elevated push-up. So I got one more superset, and then we'll move on to the second exercise of this video. And that's the second superset. Luckily I was able to do it all the way through. Maybe next time I'll try to make it a little bit harder. But let's move on to the second superset. Alright, so for this next set of supersets is going to be the military press, just regularly on the floor. And then after that, it's going to be, I want to call them dumbbell hyperextensions. So you're just going to be holding a pair of dumbbells. You're going to lean forward, poke your butt out, and kind of keep your back straight. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to pull the dumbbells all the way to the side. You don't have to have heavy dumbbells, because remember, this is supposed to be done within the 6 to 12 rep range, because it is the second part of the exercise. So let's get into it. So remember, poke your butt out, back straight, body at the 90-degree almost angle, and you just get it done. And now I have approximately a minute and 30 seconds left of the 4-minute interval. So that way I can do whatever I want. So yeah, still got the second set of this superset to do. So yeah, once I'm done with the second one, we'll move on to the third one. And that's the end of the second superset. So now to move on to the third one. And again, luckily I got to do all the supersets all the way through, completed them all. And for the second part of the exercise, all I did was use 8-pound dumbbells, and it definitely worked a little bit of my laterals and the back area of my delts. So yeah. So for this next exercise, this next superset, is we're going to do 5 regular close grip push-ups on the floor, and then immediately after that we're going to go to the 12 reps of seated dips. So let's get into the workout. Oh, it's definitely a killer. So yeah, that was the first superset. The next one's coming up at the 20-minute mark. Remember, for the first exercise, you don't want to do it to failure. If you feel like you can't do the next one, just skip it and wait for the second part of the exercise to go to failure. The areas of engagement, I definitely feel it in my pec. And for the seated dips, it's all tries. So yeah, so let's get into the second workout. So that was the second and final exercise of the supersets. And as you can see, I failed on the 5th one of the second superset, and also on the second part of the second superset. It's totally fine. That's what you're aiming for. If you guys started with elevated push-ups with your hands on a chest high, waist high, knee high, definitely for the first exercise with the 1 to 5 rep range, drop it down a notch and really test your strength, your abilities. because that's what working out and that's what getting into better shape is about, is testing your abilities. And you know, for the second part of the superset, look for a moderately easy exercise, you know, a variation. And for all the troopers that can do, you know, elevated push-ups with your feet on a platform, if it's too easy for you, I would suggest maybe raising up the platform a little bit higher. These are knee-high chairs, so maybe try at a waist-high level with your feet elevated that high, so on and so forth. And again, if it's still too easy, then maybe putting a weighted vest on while you do these, and start back at the knee-high level and work your way up to a waist-high, you know, chest-high, so on and so forth. Let me know if you guys need easier variations, harder variations, any suggestions, any video tips. I'm always looking to trying to improve my videos, so if you got any tips, hit me up and let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button as well, you know, so that way you can get these videos as I put them out. Hey guys, so if you like the Supersets video, again, don't forget to subscribe. What I'm trying to do is put out content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and those are going to be the scheduled days the videos are going to come up. So definitely stay tuned, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.